Hey guys, welcome to Susan Shares. Well, I'm back home from Arizona, and I came back home with a viral infection or something, so my voice is a little bit different, so excuse me for that. And I came back a bit pensive. I was reading a book on the plane coming back, and it's by Erwin McManus called Chasing Daylight. And it's a great book. He is actually the father of Jake's fiancee, Mariah McManus, who Jake's going to marry in January. And it's a great book, and he was reflecting on the uncertainties of life. And in that reflection, he was talking about going back to where he was, 911. And during that time, Mariah was only 9 years old, and he was reflecting, how am I going to tell my children? Mariah has an older brother, but they were still young children. How can I, as a parent, we want to guarantee that everything's going to be okay? But yet, to be honest, he said, I couldn't guarantee in that moment everything would be okay. So how do you tell your children? How do you tell your family? And if I may, he summed it up. He said, this is a summary. He talked to the children and he said, you have no control over when you die, or most often how you die, but you do have control over how you live. I love that statement because it's true. You do have control over how you live. And as it relates to relationships, as it relates to injustices that have been done to us, we have control over how we respond to anything. When something's been done against us, we have total control over how we respond to that. We can choose to be very bitter about it. We can choose to be angry about it. We can choose unforgiveness, which turns into resentfulness and bitterness and anger. Or we can choose to forgive. I did not say for 1 second that's easy, because it's not easy. But we can choose forgiveness, which brings freedom, or we can choose unforgiveness, which brings bondage. And it's hard. Again, I did not say it's easy. But we have total control of how we live our life. That is true. And we've all had injustices done. I'm thinking of one done to me. Total injustice. And it hurts deeply. It hurts. But to dwell on that injustice and dwell on it causes so much hurt. And so we have to give that up. We have to give it up. And you think, nobody knows the injustice that's been done to me. God does. God knows. And even if it's you and God and you're the only ones, that's completely enough. And so how to choose to live our lives, we have total control over. It's a very good point. And how to choose to respond to those that do not respond well to us is a very good point, because who it hurts when we don't choose well is us, not them. So think about that, dwell on that. As I said, it's a very pensive Susan Shares today, but it's one worth thinking about. So I hope you have a good day. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.